Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Right now at 6, doors are opening at some retail stores on this Black Friday. You are looking live at Best Buy in Durham Streets at South Point as shoppers make their way in to get those deals.
And temperatures this morning are more than 20 degrees colder than yesterday, but this is just the beginning of a big cold snap that will be with us for nearly a week. I'll show you.
Amazon workers are preparing to strike on this Black Friday. Which of the online retailer sites plans to participate, including the 2 in our area?
And you were looking live over the ice at the Lenovo Center, where tonight the Carolina Hurricanes will take on the Florida Panthers. How the anticipation is building among fans ahead of this Hockey for the Holidays match. It'll be a nice matinee match, a free one to watch on television from the comfort of your own house. How cool is that?
We have sport hockey, we have sport shopping with Black Friday. It's all happening.
Yes, yes. Thanks for joining us here on your Friday morning. I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Thanks for making us part of your Black Friday here as we get things rolling. Elizabeth Carter in the WR Severe Weather Center. This is a rough start, far colder than it was yesterday here.
20 to 25 degrees colder. But, you know, yesterday was unusually warm. We had that front that had moved close to us. Our wind was coming out of the southwest, an unusual pattern for this time of year. North Hills is clear this morning and chilly, temperature of 34. Our winds are calm, so we don't have a wind chill to deal with right now. We dropped into the upper 30s in Fayetteville and Clinton, mid 30s in the Triangle, 30 in Roxborough and South Hill, 29 in Southern Pines. And in Southern Pines, it is almost 30 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday, looking at 20 to 25 degrees elsewhere. Look at what happens overnight tonight. We're going to see an even bigger drop. Temperatures will solidly be in the 20s. Tonight is likely to be the first hard freeze that we've seen so far this season as we drop into the low to mid 20s. This afternoon, looking at mid 50s, lots of sunshine, a little bit of a wind chill. We'll talk about what the wind chill will be as we see even colder temperatures in the next few days.
I'm Eric Miller in the WRAL Live Center. Taking a look at traffic here this morning. Things are green, right? It's Christmas season. We have transferred over to the green, not seeing a lot of the red, though. Just one little spot there on 885 where those lanes start to merge. Taking a live look outside, I-440 at Ridge Road. Once again, we're waiting for those holiday shoppers to start building up the traffic there and, well, at malls around the region, but we're just not seeing it yet. Folks still sleeping off those Thanksgiving turkeys here on Black Friday morning.
Thanks, Eric. New this morning, 2 people are hurt after a truck crashed into a tree on East Millbrook Road in Raleigh. The crash happened just before 3 this morning near Green Road. Raleigh police say there were 4 people in the truck when it crashed. The driver is suspected of driving under the influence. Today is Black Friday, which means a lot of folks will be getting out there to snag some deals today in person. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is at Streets at South Point Shopping Center in Durham. Kelsey, new surveys show that people are spending more money on Black Friday this year, and you're seeing some folks there who just got inside.
Jeff, we saw about a dozen people walking inside here of this Best Buy. The Best Buy opened about 3 minutes ago, and of course, this is one of the go-to places for Black Friday. Shoppers are trying to get those steals and deals ahead of Christmas. We'll show you video now of shoppers across the Triangle earlier this week. The average shopper spends $650 between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. That's according to new data from Statistica. Their new survey shows millennials are most likely to use credit cards or buy now, pay later on Black Friday, while only 55% of baby boomers are likely to use those options. We all know Black Friday is the Super Bowl for retailers, so that's why we caught up with the store director of Target in North Hills ahead of the big day.
I'm so excited. I love this time of the year. Again, just watching the guests come in and fill their shopping carts up and really buy every part of their holiday needs is what makes it fun.
And as I told you before, we only saw about a dozen people here for now at Best Buy, so you have plenty of time to come. They'll close tonight at 10. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Durham.
Yeah, another heads up for you for those who do prefer to get out to the mall. Here's when you can get started in Raleigh. Crabtree Valley Mall, Triangle Town Center, both open within the hour, 7 a.m. So does Cross Creek Mall in Fayetteville. Durham Streets at South Point, some of those stores open already. In general, 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. Be sure to check the mall websites for adjustments to those hours throughout the holiday shopping season.
And if you're headed home today, here's a look at the gas prices and where they stand this morning. As of 3 a.m., AAA says the average cost is $2.91 in Raleigh. That is down 3 cents from last week. The average for North Carolina is $2.86. Nationwide, it's $3.06. Well, multiple RV trailers in Moore County went up in flames after a reported explosion. Take a look at the aftermath in these photos, Jeff.
Yeah, firefighters responded just before 7 a.m. to Rose Ridge Road yesterday morning. And when they got there, they found 2 of the trailers were destroyed by flames. 3 vehicles, a shed, and another trailer all suffered damage. Fortunately, there were no injuries since no one was home at the time. Red Cross is there currently helping a man and his dog who were displaced. Robert Gale faces several charges related to hit-and-run crashes. You see him here on the screen. We spoke to one of the victims of those crashes, Alex Robichaud. He was riding a scooter to work on Davie Street in downtown Raleigh Saturday. That's when Robichaud said that the truck plowed right into him and went on run through him. You know, police say a second hit-and-run was reported on Bragg Street the same day.
I don't really remember anything except like the car hitting me, and then I remember like the sky and then the ground.
Robert Gale here faces a number of charges, including felony hit and run, drug possession, reckless driving, open container violation, and driving while his license revoked, impaired revocation.
Wake Forest Parks and Recreation leaders want to hear your thoughts on how to make Taylor Street Park more accessible. There will be 2 feedback sessions where staff will answer questions and gather input with plans to apply for the Accessible Parks Grant. The program provides money to make parks more accessible for people with disabilities. The first session is Saturday, December 7th at 9 a.m. at the Town Hall Board Chambers on South Brook Street. And the second will be at the Alston-Massenburg Center on Tuesday, December 10th at 6 p.m.
President Joe Biden is calling on President-elect Donald Trump to reconsider tariffs on Mexico and Canada. The first family spent Thanksgiving in Nantucket delivering meals to first responders. Earlier this week, Trump promised massive tariffs on goods coming from the 2 countries. It's a policy that could sharply increase costs for American businesses and consumers. Biden says he hopes Trump reconsiders it, adding there is more work to do to bring down costs.
Unusual situation in America. We're surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and 2 allies, Mexico and Canada. And the last thing we need to do is begin to screw up those relationships.
Meanwhile, President-elect Trump said he spoke with Mexico's new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, over the phone about immigration, security, and drug issues. And he claimed Sheinbaum agreed to stop migration from Mexico into the United States. Sheinbaum disputed those claims, saying Mexico hopes to build bridges, not close borders. She also added the U.S. tariffs would be met with tariffs from Mexico.
Well, this afternoon, the Carolina Hurricanes face off against the Florida Panthers. Game 2 of Hockey for the Holidays kicks off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And WRAL's Monica Casey joins us now from the Lenovo Center. Monica, you are checking out every seat in the house. What can fans look forward to in this match?
Good morning, Michelle. We are expecting it to be packed here in the Lenovo Center, but for now I get my pick of which seats we might want to check out. But in just a couple hours, we'll see people skating right over here on the ice, and you'll be able to watch it on WRAL. This is the second of 2 games we're airing right here on WRAL and Fox 50. If you caught Monday night's game, you know it was a thriller against the Dallas Stars. Tonight's the Canes play a tough opponent, the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. The Canes do have the best record in the Eastern Conference right now, and they are especially strong here at home with a 9-1 record. The game here this afternoon starts at 3 o'clock, and you can watch it on WRAL from the comfort of your own home. Live in the Lenovo Center, Monica Casey, WRAL News.
And make sure to watch Hockey for the Holidays today at 3 p.m. on WRAL. We'll have pre- and post-game coverage through FanDuel Sports Network. Pre-game coverage begins 30 minutes before the puck drops.
NFL's Week 13 continues on Fox 50 Sunday and WRAL as well. The Carolina Panthers on Fox 50 this week, hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kickoff is at 4:05 p.m. Sunday. And then after that, you can turn it over to WRAL for Sunday Night Football. The San Francisco 49ers will be in Buffalo to play the Bills. That game gets started at 8:20.
Well, time now 6:09. Amazon workers in more than 20 countries plan to strike today through Cyber Monday. What they hope to convey to the company and how Amazon leadership is responding.
And North Carolina is the second largest distributor of Christmas trees in the nation. How local farms are starting the tree buying season now.
And it will feel festively chilly or just downright cold over the next few days. Temperatures this morning are a lot colder than they were yesterday, but in the 7-day forecast, all our mornings except for one are in the 20s. I'll show you why it's going to be so much colder.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13. I love this. You're going to see a lot of this, I think, over the next month. This is just a gorgeous shot here of the Christmas tree in downtown Raleigh, at the end of Fayetteville Street, right there in front of Memorial Auditorium, looking so pretty. We also have a pretty sunrise that is about to start across our area. Just a little bit of cloud cover, clear sky is going to be pretty, but it is cold, so much colder than it was this time yesterday. 32 in Lewisburg, 31 Tarboro, 30 South Hill, 34 in Irwin, 39 in Fayetteville, but 29 in Southern Pines. Shopping forecast, looking for a Christmas tree, whatever you're doing today. Lots of sunshine, a little breezy this afternoon. We'll see highs in the mid-50s. The winds will be gusting up to, say, 15. It's going to feel more like upper 40s. Wind chill will be a much bigger issue tomorrow morning. I'll show you what it will feel like coming up.
I'm Eric Miller in the WRAL Live Center. Taking a look at traffic this morning. A little early gift for your holiday season. We are looking good all the way across the board. Not seeing anything but green at this point. Expecting some of those traffic delays to start building in. AAA saying the worst of the travel time for your Black Friday is going to be between 7 and 10. But you see that live look out there on the Beltline right now. We are not seeing those delays just yet.
Thanks, Eric. A lot of folks will be headed to stores or surfing the web for deals today. Amazon workers, though, in more than 20 countries are preparing to strike. Workers plan to protest between Black Friday today and Cyber Monday as part of a Make Amazon Pay demonstration. Swiss labor group UNI Global says workers are fighting for better pay and to stop worker exploitation. Amazon says it is always looking for ways to improve, but remains proud of its competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and safe work experience. According to the website, there are at least 2 locations in our area that plan to participate: the Amazon delivery station in Durham and the Amazon warehouse in Garner.
A Canadian hiker who was missing for more than a month was found alive. Sam Benestick was spotted coming out of the woods on a remote road in British Columbia's wilderness. Benestick was reported missing when he did not come back from a 10-day camping trip. He braved freezing weather by making shelters and moving between campsites. Benestick is now being treated for frostbite, smoke inhalation, and exhaustion at a hospital.
Australia passed a law last night that is being called one of the toughest social media bans in the world. The new rule bars anyone under the age of 16 from creating a social media account. It'll hold tech companies responsible for verifying users' ages before allowing account creation. The ban has created a stir among the social media giants, with Elon Musk sharing his disapproval on X. However, some parents are in favor of the rule, saying it protects children from mental health struggles. The ban passed in Australian Parliament with bipartisan support.
If you drive a Hyundai Santa Fe or a Elantra, listen up. More than 226,000 vehicles are being recalled due to an issue with the rear view camera. The recall affects certain 2021 and 2022 models. The automaker says the camera can fail, posing a risk to bystanders while the car is in reverse. Owners will be notified by mail beginning in mid-January, and they can then take their vehicle to a dealer to get the cameras replaced for free.
Food waste is always a big concern following Thanksgiving, and roughly 316 million pounds of food expected to be thrown out during this year's celebration. It adds up to more than $550 million worth of wasted food. Nonprofit organization Refed says that's enough to feed every food insecure person in the country 5 times over. There are ways to try to fight food waste, including using smaller plates and making use of those leftovers.
And Christmas tree farms across the area are officially opening their doors. Cranberry Tree Farm officially opens today. All trees are homegrown right here in North Carolina, which makes the second most Christmas trees in the nation. However, many farms in the western part of our state took a hit this year from Hurricane Helene. And to see how you can help and for a full list of tree farmers, you can visit WRAL.com.
'Tis the season. People in the central and eastern parts of the country are bracing for some of the coldest temperatures since February. Coming up this weekend, a winter storm moved through parts of New York's Mohawk Valley yesterday. A lot of those places saw close to 3 inches of snow on the ground, and they've had some in the past weeks as well. Traces of snow also fell near Syracuse, and forecasters say temperatures could reach 10 to 25 degrees below normal for this time of year. We just had that 10, 15, 25 degree swing overnight. Now we're getting into our normal area. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now.
Yes, and you know, it's going to be nice and dry and quiet. It's just the big story is going to be the cold temperatures. We take a look at Fayetteville, just beginning to see a little bit of daylight there on the horizon. There's just a bit of cloud cover in the sky. It's going to make for a really pretty sunrise over the next 30 minutes or so. Raleigh there at the airport, you know, maybe a little busy today. Apex looking pretty with their holiday decorations, and Chapel Hill, courtesy of Top of the Hill restaurant, going to have a nice start to the day. Our wind speeds right now are calm almost everywhere. Fayetteville at 6 miles per hour. As we head through the afternoon, the winds will pick up a little bit, and we'll have enough wind chill tomorrow morning for it to really feel cold. This afternoon, just a little blustery, winds at about 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusty. We'll see steady winds at about 10. It's just more of a comfort sort of issue at this point. We're not going to see winds strong enough to cause us any problems. We'll see a high 55 this afternoon in Raleigh, 49 in Durham, and 51 this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 55 for today, 49 Saturday, and 51 degrees on Sunday. However, those are likely to be, temperatures across our area today as well. If you're headed out to pick up your tree or to, run some errands, do some shopping, it's definitely going to be chilly. And as we head into the early part of next week, we are going to see the coldest air that we've seen so far this season, well below average across the East Coast. Our first hard freeze is in our forecast for tonight. We've hit 30s multiple times. We haven't really hit widespread 20s yet. So 25 in Southern Pines, 26 in Clinton, 26 Rocky Mount, and 22 in Roxborough. These are our morning temperatures. The coldest temperature we see of the day is typically around 7 a.m. So this is what it'll feel like early tomorrow morning. The wind chill to go along with that tomorrow at 5 a.m., 15 in Roxborough, 17 in South Hill, 23 in Durham, 24 in Fayetteville. So a little breeze tomorrow morning is going to make it feel really cold. And then look at how it feels through the day. It's still really chilly there at 7. By lunchtime, we're still feeling like low 30s in Roxborough, upper 30s to low 40s. So it'll feel a lot colder than it really is during the day tomorrow. More cold temperatures, 29 on Sunday morning, and then Tuesday and Wednesday morning, 23 and 24. It could easily feel like teens with a little bit of wind those mornings. It's not going to be a strong wind, but it won't take a whole lot. Coldest temperatures so far this season, Monday and Tuesday, with those highs in the mid 40s. Temperatures warm up a little bit on Wednesday. We do have our tower lighting to light all 3 towers during our celebration on Wednesday evening. It will be festively chilly, and then just a touch warmer for Thursday.
All right, thanks, Elizabeth. An NFL Thanksgiving tradition was taken to the extreme.
You can say that.
Yeah, what former Cowboys QB Jason Garrett said about how long he had held onto the John Madden turducken leg.
Yeah, this is gross. Shoppers plan to spend 15% more this year on Black Friday than they did last year. We'll hear from local store managers about how they're preparing their retail spaces for today's consumer blitz and bonanza.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
A rare family photo from celebrity Thanksgivings.
Also, maybe too long held onto piece of football memorabilia. Time for a look at what's trending here on our Friday morning.
Yeah, let's start with this. Some sweet family photos showed how actor Bruce Willis spent his Thanksgiving. Daughters Tallulah and Scout posted this touching moment where Willis was presented with a Best Dad Ever name place card. They captioned the post grateful. And it's just so good to see them all together like that. Last year, Bruce was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia, and it's such a tough disease. So really to see them all together enjoying that Thanksgiving, it's touching.
Yeah, and we don't get many photos of them.
him.
They're
Yeah.
sporadic coming out, so it's really nice when we do see one. You kind of feel like we got an update there.
Yes.
All right, how about this? Former Cowboys quarterback Jason Garrett shared a shocking Thanksgiving story during last night's Dolphins-Packers game.
The key question is, what happened to the turkey leg?
You know something? I had it in the freezer. It was in tin foil.
For how long?
I probably had it for 15 years.
What?
Yeah. So football fans know the tradition. John Madden's Thanksgiving Day turducken. It's got all those legs in it. Jason Garrett held onto his leg from the '94 turducken for over a decade. Yeah, 15 years, he said. The leg didn't make the cut during his last move because Garrett's wife put her foot down and said, okay, it's long gone.
Good for her. Imagine cleaning out your freezer and you're like, oh, honey, what's that in the back? Oh, that's the turducken leg from 15 years ago. Okay, throw it out.
I have one from the State Fair from 5 years ago.
No
Is that
way.
wrong?
Stop it.
I do not.
Stop it, Jeff Hogan.
But you want to be the one eating the turkey leg, not the one that doesn't get one because you lost.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, for the first time in at least 20 years, the dog named Best in Show at the National Dog Show is a pug, and he's from Chapel Hill. His name is Vito. Vito, along with all other dogs, was judged based on appearance, temperament, and structure, according to the breed's official standard. And this is the latest honor for Vito. He's pretty cool. He claimed Best in Breed at the Westminster Dog Show in New York and Best of Breed at the AKC National Show last year. Vito and his handler, Michael Scott, will be on the Today Show at 8:30 this morning to show off Vito.
Michael Scott.
I love it. I know. I know. And Vito, it's perfect.
So cute, isn't he? Oh, talk about things you want to look at. Look at this beautiful sunrise starting here in Roxborough. We're going to talk about why Roxborough and the rest of the viewing area are going to see some bitterly cold temperatures over the next week.
And doors are now open here at Best Buy for Black Friday. Coming up, what Black Friday trends we're seeing this year.
We're live at the Lenovo Center this morning for Hockey for the Holidays. I'll have all the details on when that Canes game starts and where you can watch it.